Hi, Tony here from Auburn South Chiropractic, and I'm at Kula Yoga, and we're about to go in and meet Kacey, the owner. Do you love yoga? Are you a yoga fan, or have you never tried it? Who's yoga for? Who's it not for? Why is it good? What are the benefits? Well, we're going to answer all these questions with Kacey in a moment. So why don't you come inside and join me in meeting Kacey from Kula Yoga. Wow, Kacey, welcome. It's great to be here at Kula Yoga, and
thank you for having me.
yeah, great. So, Kacey, there's a lot of people who have some questions about yoga.
Mm-hmm.
Who is yoga for?
It's going to sound cliche, but yoga is for everybody. It's not something that I can't pick someone out from the street and go, oh, that person must do yoga, because I think people are drawn to it for different reasons. Some people just need to move their body. They want to strengthen, or they want to stretch it out. They want mobility, or they want stability. But we seem to attract, obviously, a lot of people that are overcommitted. They're very busy, they're very stressed, whether that's from work, family commitments, studying, whatever it might be. We find that this attracts people that need that sanctuary and that space and time away from all of that for self-care. So that's what we're really trying to create, that beautiful space that people can come and move and breathe and stretch and just have some time to themselves.
Wonderful. I'm always banging on to my patients about that. You know, we just need some time out to increase our body's ability to cope with the life that we're living. And I think yoga really sits beautifully in that space, doesn't it? Just allowing people to have that time and space. And I find it's a little bit crazy that we actually have to schedule time to do that.
Yeah.
What a beautiful place to come to Kula to do that.
Love it.
So you offer different classes, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We are yoga specialists, so we only offer yoga. That's our thing. But within that scope, there's a few different options that we offer that gives people different focuses or a different pace or a different temperature. And so for people that just want to come in and mobilize and stretch and relax, then we do have our Yin Yoga. And so Yin's perfect for working into fascia and connective tissue, and that might be, another language to some people out there, but basically it's helping you find a greater range of motion so that your body moves more freely with less discomfort. So we do focus a lot on the spine and the hips so that when people leave class, they feel more open, they're moving more freely. And it also works not just with the physical body, but also the energetic and the emotional layers of the body as well, so that you do feel calm and grounded and relaxed. So that's yin, but then we also have our yang styles to balance everything out. So we usually encourage people to come into slow flow first, because it's a slow vinyasa flow where you are starting to strengthen and hold poses and work those muscular layers. But you also still, obviously, as you're moving and coming into things like lunges and moving through sun salutations, all these movements still help you to create mobility within your body. So slow flow, flow and hot are our yang styles to complement yin.
Beautiful. So something for everyone, folks. If you want to just get that real long stretch, or you want to have an actual workout where you're going to be sweating, let me tell you, I've done many a workout here and I have sweated my butt off. One of the interesting things that I found about yoga when I first started with you, Kacey, was I remember it vividly, being on the beach in
Bali.
In Bali. Well, it was Lombok or somewhere like that.
One of the Gili Islands.
Yeah, and I remember doing these back bends and just having this flood of emotions come over me, and it was really quite powerful. I get goosebumps thinking about it right now. What's that about?
We hold on to a lot in our bodies. You might hear some of us talk about our hips being our junk drawers of emotions, because the body, it's not disconnected. What you feel, what you're experiencing in your mind, through your brain, with your nervous system, everything's connected. And that's all connected to our soft tissues as well. So when we're feeling, when everything's not open, when we are feeling, whether it's our energy centers, like people might recognize the word chakras, and so if we've got blockages that are energetic or physical, then when we start to move, or we hold stretches or we hold positions and we relax and breathe into them, we start to not open up just that physical layer, but we start to release everything else that the body's holding on to. And team that with think it was a beautiful sunset in Bali. And so depending on what you're experiencing in the environment that you're in, then it just starts to bring things to the surface. And there's been plenty of times that I've had people that have been emotional in class, I've had people laugh in class. And so it's just this really fascinating way of just allowing your body to release whatever it needs to.
It's a beautiful thing. And so if you feel like you need a bit of stress relief or a bit of extra mobility or a bit of just taking some time out of the busy schedules that we all live, then look, I recommend coming in and seeing Kacey at Kula Yoga. Kacey, do you have a favourite pose or a favourite move?
Oh, I have plenty. But if people aren't familiar with them, I won't go into the nitty-gritties and come and throw the asa names at you. But let's just say that backward bending poses. And so if you are coming into back bends, that's kickstarting your central nervous system. That helps to energize. So we say that back bends are nature's caffeine. So if I need a bit of a pick-me-up, I'll be leaning towards backward bending poses. But on the flip side, if I'm feeling stressed and overwhelmed, I just come into forward folding. So coming into forward folding poses helps us to calm down our central nervous system. So it's and any type of calming and grounding poses where you can breathe just helps you to also reset.
Totally. So there you go, folks. It's also about becoming aware of your body and your needs, and then becoming more congruent with your body and really listening to it and becoming one. So, Kacey, any final thoughts for someone who might be thinking, is yoga for me?
Yeah, we have a lot of people that think, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga. It's probably one that we hear a lot. Or I've got to be more flexible before I start. Or I don't think I can, I can't, whatever it is, I can't touch my toes. They also think it's just for bendy young women, which is not the case either. We've got everything from students to grandmas and guys and everything in between coming here. So we're very inclusive and welcoming to anyone that wants to try yoga. And I would say to not be intimidated. That's the first thing, because there's never any pressure to do everything in class. The teaching team here are extremely knowledgeable and welcoming, and we know how to teach to different levels within one class. So there'll always be options and modifications for those that are new to class, but then we'll also have more advanced variations for those that want more of a challenge. So there's everything in between. So if you want to get started, just come on in, meet the team, meet our beautiful community who are super supportive, and just leave your ego at the door. It doesn't matter if you can't touch your toes, and it doesn't matter if you don't feel that you're bendy enough or strong enough. You have to start somewhere, just like any new skill. Like you didn't learn to ride a bike straight away. You had to take your time, work out where your feet and hands and everything go. It's same with yoga. And so it's all about each time you come in, you'll learn something new. You'll try something a little different. And so come in, don't feel overwhelmed, don't feel intimidated. Just come in, move, breathe, stretch, do what you can, rest as much as you need to, ask us questions after class, and just enjoy the feeling of that post-yoga bliss that you'll get.
Totally. I can vouch for that bliss indeed. So the website is kulayoga.com.au. Jump on there. You can check everything out, Kula Yoga. If you have any questions, then you send me a message. I can flick Kacey's details onto you as well. So put a message down below wherever you're seeing this video. Kacey, thanks so much for joining me in this, which I don't really have a name for these videos, these interviews yet, but we'll get one.
We'll get something.
Hey, if you've got an idea, cool. On the mat with tone, or I don't know what it's going to be, but nice. we'll get there. But thanks so much.
You're so welcome, and we'll look forward to meeting you all soon. Get in touch with us, follow us on social media, and anyone that is new gets 6 classes for $50 and 3 weeks to use them. So there's no excuse. Come on in and visit and enjoy.
Get on it. Later.